Hey guys, I wanted to just make a quick video for those of you who might be considering taking a look at these ESL companies and maybe earning some extra money from home teaching kids English online. These are the two companies that I currently work for. As you know, I've been with VIPKID for 3 years now. Um, and one-on-one I've been with for about 6 months. Um, One-on-one English is a Vietnamese company. It's the same concept. It's one English teacher with one student, and it's immersion based. You're speaking English and using that interactive slide to help your student move forward in the curriculum. All the curriculum is prepared for you in both companies. VIPKID, of course, is the Chinese company that I work for. So if you're kind of deciding, like, do I want to do this? I just want to share pros and cons of each company that might help you decide. Okay, so VIPKID obviously is the leader in online ESL. They've been around for probably the longest. They are the biggest company. Um, So because of that, they're established. They have a very large student base in China. They have a lot of teachers in the United States and around the world. Their curriculum is pretty smooth at this point. Their platform is very slick. It's getting fancy, all kinds of interactive games and features. And in general, their platform is really easy to use. Everything is done through the platform. Your pay, your scheduling, and your classes are all accessible through the same portal. One-on-one, one of the benefits that I found of working for the Vietnamese company is that I'm able to book that last slot of the morning so the latest time slot that I can book at VIPKID right now is like 6 to 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Like I can't work past 7 a.m. on the Chinese platform. However, the Vietnamese platform allows me to work that last hour from 7 to 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. Sorry, 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. just because of the time difference between China and Vietnam. And if the Vietnamese company ever expands their hours, that would even help me be able to expand my schedule even more. So that's the reason I actually hopped into one-on-one, was because I wanted to be able to work more than VIPKID was allowing without getting up so early. So it helped me do that. So later hours, comparable pay with both companies. VIPKID does pay a little more. They have more incentives. It's easier to book short notice with them, so you get that incentive. One-on-one is maybe about $1 an hour less. Both companies' compensation is based on how you perform in your interview. And then there are various incentives on top of that, like the more classes you teach, the more money you make. If you book short notice, you get a bonus. One-on-one actually pays a weekend class bonus that VIPKID doesn't pay, but it kind of all comes out in the wash, pretty close, comparable for one-on-one and VIPKID. Though I will say, if you're looking for like who pays the most right out of the gate, I would say that's VIPKID. VIPKID, I would say, has more flexibility in the scheduling, given that you can kind of, like if I decided today, you know what, I'm going to work tomorrow morning. I hadn't opened that, but I'm going to open it today. Then I have that flexibility to go in and do that. Whereas one-on-one, because the company books for you at this point, you really need to have your schedule set 1 week at a time, so a week in advance. VIPKID does prefer you to do that 2 weeks in advance, but you can always add classes on the fly at VIPKID. One of the benefits I found to one-on-one is that you communicate directly with the company through Slack. VIPKID, of course, has a ticket system. If you need anything from the company, you kind of have to go through a ticket agent, and sometimes more than one ticket agent before you get your questions answered. Where one-on-one, if you have a curriculum question, you can contact the curriculum team. If you have a payment question, you can contact the finance team directly. So that I've really enjoyed having direct access to the company that way. Um, okay, I would say going into cons, both companies, those were pros. Cons for both company. Cons for VIP Kid, it's so big that you really are just another number. Their policies are kind of set. There aren't really any exceptions. Um, you you really are. I've called it before Tinder for teachers. There are just so many teachers, and the parents book directly. So they're just scrolling through teacher profiles looking for a teacher that they may want for their kid. And so you have to really stand out to them in order to get bookings. And so I know a lot of teachers who have struggled to get their schedule booked at VIP Kid. Like they'll open slots and they'll get one or two classes or no classes, and they kind of get discouraged and give up. And so that is definitely one of the cons to VIP Kid, and I don't know a workaround. I've never experienced low bookings at VIP Kid, but it doesn't mean I won't ever. Um, and I don't really know how to change it or coach anyone through. The people that I know who have had low bookings have done everything right that I know to tell them to do. And still, it's just like their profile isn't seen or isn't attractive to parents. And so they don't get the kind of schedule that they want to make the money that they want. At one on one, the company books for you. Oh, but having said that, lots of teachers at VIPKid don't have that problem. They get hired, they open their schedule, they get booked, and off they go. But for others, they seem to struggle to get their schedule filled. So that's discouraging. One on one books for you. So they will book students on your schedule for you. It's done by the team, at least at this point. And so I was fully booked right away at one on one. There are some bumps at One on One English. It's a brand new startup company. So there are bumps. There are errors on the slides. They still don't have their own platform. And so they are just launching that in the next few weeks. But right now we're using Zoom and Google Slides together when we teach. I actually really like that combination, but it has a learning curve. So if you feel like you're not very techy or, gosh, using two platforms together, like how could I ever figure that out? If that scares you, that might not be the best first company for you. VIP Kid might be a safer place to start because everything's kind of combined into one platform. Um, additionally, yeah, there are a lot of errors in the slides at one on one. I'm comfortable as an online teacher just oh, whoops, we're missing the word the in this sentence, like engaging my student with that. But if that bothers you, that might not be the right company for you, or if that would throw you off, might not be the best place to start. VIP Kid and one on one, both classes are 25 minutes long. So you begin, at 6 o'clock a.m., you end at 6:25 a.m. on both platforms. And you can book back to back, just 5-minute break and then go into your next class. Both are the same in that way. And both companies have the same requirements for teaching. So you need a bachelor's degree for both companies. You do need teaching experience, and that has a broad definition. So if you have some experience with kids in really any context, you could consider that teaching experience. You also need a TESOL of some kind. So at VIP Kid, part of the onboarding training process is earning a certificate through TESOL that VIP Kid has paid for and created with them. And so if you feel like you would need, well, if you want that, I guess then VIP Kid is probably the right place to start. One-on-one does require TESOL, and you can use the VIP Kid TESOL, or you can, if you already have that. Or Groupon also offers a TESOL for like $19 that one-on-one does accept. That's really not complicated to finish. So both companies have the exact same requirements as far as what they need from their teachers. And the skill sets are the same. So you need to be able to use online teaching techniques like hello, I want you to speak now, signaling to your student and kind of engaging the student through the camera. Both companies are looking for the same skill set. So if you interviewed well at one, you will probably interview well at the other company as well. So I hope that's helpful. Just a quick rundown, pros and cons. I love both companies. I use both every day. They each have their ups and downs, but it's been really fun for me overall. So I'm going to drop both links in the comments or the description or whatever that's called. So please reach out if you do apply. I have resources to help you pass interviews with both companies, and I'm happy to give you and walk you through the process. So best of luck. Bye-bye.